Hey everyone, how's it going? In today's video, I just want to show you guys how to live stream your PS3 using OBS. And the capture card that I will be using to demonstrate this is the Avermedia Live Gamer Portable. So I have my OBS settings open here, and I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown on what I'm using when I stream my PS3 games. So the video encoding, you want to have the CBR checked, which is your constant bitrate, and this will make your stream look a lot better in quality overall, and it will constantly stream at your max bitrate that you are using. This option also helps to prevent spikes and pixelation. In order to find out your max bitrate, you are going to want to use this website called speedtest.net to find out your download and upload speed. Using the site will determine what max bitrate that you can use. Make sure to only use about maybe 50 to 80% of your upload speed. Anything higher than 80%, you'll just run into problems. And if you're sharing internet around the house, you may want to go lower than of course 80% and even maybe 70%. So you just kind of have to fidget with that to see what is best for your stream. For the buffer size, if you don't know how to use the buffer size, you can just leave it at the default and just make sure it's the same as your bitrate. But the buffer size helps your quality against high motion scenes. So if you're playing maybe, let's just say, MMO game maybe that has a lot of motions and movement, or even a first-person shooter, because first-person shooters you're constantly moving, you may want to up your buffer size to help get rid of the pixelation if possible. But like I said, if you don't know what you're doing, or if you just want to leave it, you can just leave it. That's fine. For the audio encoding, you want to use AAC over MP3. AAC has better sound quality. Depending on the bitrate that you choose, make sure that it's the same in the LGP stream engine, and I will talk about that later on in the video so I don't confuse you guys. So we're going to move on to the broadcast settings here. So for the broadcast settings, for the mode, make sure it's on live stream. For the streaming service, make sure it's twitch/justin.tv. For the server, make sure you pick a server that's close to your home. They have a whole bunch of servers here, so make sure you pick the one that's close to your home. Since I'm close to San Francisco, that's the server that I use. For the stream key, I can give you guys a link in the description if you don't know where to find your stream key, but the stream key goes here. You need it in order to stream. If you don't have it, then when you live stream, nothing's going to come up. Okay. Oh, also too, for the auto reconnect, I just have it checked. So let's just say if your stream magically disconnected, or your internet wasn't working and you got disconnected from OBS. Well, OBS is gonna try to reconnect you if you have this enabled. So I usually just have it on. Alright, so now to the video portion. My video adapter, I'm using an HD 5700 series. My base resolution is 1920 to 1080. The downscaler I use is 1280 by 720, and the downscaler is for your stream. That's what I use. I stream at 720p. The filter, that's the one I'm using. What is it? Langzos? Best Detail 36 samples. I don't know how to say that. I apologize. And the frames, I have mine's at 30. I can't do 60 because I get a lot of pixelation in my stream because my processor isn't strong enough. So my stream runs just fine at 30. So you guys might want to fidget yourself. Maybe you can run at 60. If not, then 30 is just fine. Okay, so for the audio, all you need to worry about for the audio is desktop and microphone. For the desktop, you're going to just want to click on speakers, and for the microphone, you're just going to want to use just the microphone that's from your headset. So I'm using a Turtle Beach's X12 headset, and it picks up just fine. It sounds fine. I get no problems whatsoever. All the other options you don't need to really worry about. So let's just go to the advanced tabs. So for general, you want to have multi-threaded optimizations enabled. For the priority class, you want to have it set on high. It just really depends on your processor. If you have maybe a weaker processor, then you can probably only use normal or even idle. But I use high and it works just fine. And for the CPU present, I can only use very fast. If you have a stronger processor, then you could probably go up to even faster or fast or medium, but I can only use very fast, and very fast is the default, and everything runs just fine with it, so I don't have any problems, but I'm just letting you guys know. And that's it. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the source part. So you right click on to sources and make sure when you go to add, you go to the video capture device, and make sure you just name it whatever. I name mine's LGP, but in order to get the source in the first place, I should have mentioned this before I got into the sources. Make sure you add a scene, and to add a scene you just right click in the box and add the scene. I have mine's name as consoles, and yeah, that's about it. As soon as you have your scene and your sources figured out, you just right click in the sources and go to properties, and then the device selection window comes up. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that in the next part. Alright, you guys, here's part 2 of the video. After you have your scene and your source, you're going to right click inside the source box and click on properties. And when you do that, the device selection screen will come up. So for your device, make sure you have it on LGP Stream Engine. And once you do that, go to config. And this screen will come up for your LGP. So what you're going to want to do is make sure you have the correct options for your LGP so it can work just fine in OBS. So for your live gamer portable stream engine, make sure it's enabled, because if it's not, OBS won't pick it up at all. So make sure this is enabled. For your source, for your PS3, you're going to want to put for your video component, and for the audio you want to use component LR. For the video settings, you want the resolution at 720p. The audio bitrate, whatever your audio bitrate is for OBS, that's what you want to make your audio bitrate here. So for the bitrate that I'm using is 256, so I'm using 256 in OBS and in LGP. Make sure they're the same, because you'll just run into problems if they're not. For the video bitrate, the highest it can go is 60, so just keep it at 60 for the best quality. For the frame rate, make sure it's at 30. That's what I have it on, or whatever you guys have it on. If you have it on 60, make sure it's on 60, and vice versa for 30. For the volume, this is for the game volume. If the game volume seems to be too loud for your stream or when you record, you can always turn it down. Vice versa, if you want to turn it up if it's too low. And that's it. Once you have your settings, you close it, and then we're going to continue the device selection here. For the deinterlacing, I put it on none. I've noticed that for the games that I've been streaming for my PS3, the quality is slightly a little bad, so I just keep it off, and usually the quality is just fine without it. So I usually don't mess with it. For your custom resolution, you're going to want to click on custom resolution, and you want to make the resolution and the frames the same as your LGP. Like I said, same thing, because if it's not, you're just going to run into problems. So make sure that they are the exact same. And then for your output format, you want to click it and make sure it's on YUY2. For the audio that we are going to use, and the only one that we can use, is the LGP Stream Engine audio. That's the only one that works for this, so that's what you're going to choose. This is for your game volume when you stream, so if it's too loud, you could always turn it down from here, or if it's too low, you can turn it up, whatever works for you. For your audio, when you're streaming your PS3 games or any games, you want to choose, if you want to hear the game volume through your headset, you want to choose the output audio to desktop. If you choose the other option, you won't get the audio from your headset. You're only going to get it for the TV. But you get the audio from the TV if you choose either or option. But I usually choose the bottom option because I like to hear the game volume to my headset. Alright, you guys, so before I take off, I just want to show you guys what the video looks like in OBS. The game I will be demonstrating is Tales of Graces for PS3, and I hope you guys enjoy, and if you guys have any questions, just comment below in YouTube, and I will make sure to put the link in the description so you guys know where to get the Live Gamer Portable Stream Engine Beta. And other than that, you guys, that's it.
Remember your training. Be gone! Incineration wave! Infernal damage! Okay, let destruction rain! What? Okay! Soul Reaper! No escape! Come, Ghastly Fang! We won't fail! I can't lose!
Cloak of Blessed Gossamer, reveal thy name!
Destruction rain! You won't live to regret this! Plasma shock!
Your sword skills are amazing!
Thanks! I'll use them to protect us all! You'll rue the day I drew my blade! Be gone! Incineration wave! Infernal torrent! Let destruction rain! Epitaph of doom! Impact! Let the blade! Draw out the pain! Incineration wave! Come, Shadow King! Win! Charge! Draw! Let destruction rain!
Not bad, don't you think?